Hello, scientists. Well, last time you were here for science for our Monday work, you tested out a 38 centimeter pendulum like this one, and you measured how many swings it had in 15 seconds. And we timed it like this: 1, 2, 3. And every time you tested it, what should have happened is that we had an answer that was almost exactly 12. So each one of these measurements should have been 12. Now maybe you had 12 and then one time you had 11, or maybe you had 13, but every number should have been very close to 12. Well, if we had been in class together when we were done with that measurement, we could have written a claim. A claim is what we know at the end of our science work. And our claim would have said, a swinger that is 38 centimeters will swing 12 or 13 times in 15 seconds. And this is exactly what my class wrote 2 years ago. So that was at Horace Mann. The kids who were fifth graders 2 years ago at Horace Mann wrote this claim. And they kept getting the answer of 12 or 13. Their group never had the answer of 13 that year. It can turn out a little different some years. And evidence. Evidence is your proof of how you know it. We did it in class today. I tested it 5 times and I counted 12 or 13 swings every time. And so that was the evidence the students shared. And then they gave some reasoning, some science ideas. The reason why the rope kept going back and forth was because nothing held it down. So they're thinking if nothing holds it firmly, it will keep swinging for a long time. Well, here we go. We get about 12 every time. So why? Why do we get 12 every time? And how could we change that number? Well, 2 years ago, I asked that group of fifth graders the same thing, and they gave me a big list of things that we could change. So I said, tell me everything you think that could possibly change the number of swings. And this might be different from your list this year, but this is the list I saved from 2 years ago. 2 years ago, students told me to change the string length. Oh, interesting one. That would be something we could do. They said to change the weight and put a quarter in. They said to pull the starting point back even farther. So instead of starting here, start up higher. They said try changing the time to 10 seconds, 5 seconds. They thought about changing the size of the paper clip. They wanted to add a magnet. They wanted to push and add a force. They were thinking about changing the type of string. And they were thinking we could loosen or stretch this string somehow. And they thought we should add a fan in the room. And if we had a fan blowing, maybe that would affect the number of swings. So those were all of the ideas. Well, every idea there is a variable. And as I said, our big learning this week is about the idea of variables. And the variables are all of the things that could change in an experiment. Well, that is a really big list of all of the variables we could change. So over here, Miss Bush is going to make a decision because there's a couple we can change pretty easily and pretty quick. And one thing I can change really quick is the starting point. And something I can change really quick is the weight. So those are two that I can do a quick video on. And then maybe I could do some bigger videos later. Let me see. I'm trying to change the video up a little. There we go. Now Miss Bush should be big on your screen. So friends, let's get this pendulum into view and our whiteboard. Remember, our big topic is variables. And we ask this science question all the time. How does affect And the thing that it's affecting is the number of pendulum swings. That's the effect. That's the outcome or the measured outcome. So how does Well, that's a variable. How does And that variable that goes up there on the board is our changed variable. The very first one we could test is weight. How does weight? Weight is a variable that I can change or affect the number of pendulum swings. And to come back for the next video to see how this goes. So I am sorry, everyone. Someone just rang my door, and here it looks like the video is continuing correctly now. So I was just saying weight is a great variable we can test. And when we test the variable of weight, that is our changed variable, or the variable we change on purpose. So up here, weight is written in green, the weight. And let me just show you for our changed variable, that is also green, the weight. And now we talked last time with the apple experiment that there are actually 3 kinds of variables in an experiment. There are the variables we change on purpose, like I am purposely going to change the weight of my pendulum. And the way I do it, I know kids say add a quarter, but what I have here is I have an extra penny. You could do it at home any way you want. So we are adding an extra penny. And then our measured variable is always the second part of our question. What we're measuring is the outcome, the number of swings. And our control variables are everything we keep the same. So what am I keeping the same? I'm keeping the time of 15 seconds the same. I am keeping my starting point the same. And I'm running out of space on my board. But the starting point stays the same. The length, or the 38 centimeters, stays the same. I have many things the same. So let's give this a try. With the weight changed, what will happen? Here we go. Will it be 12 swings or more? Let me pull up that timer. Boop, boop. And let me get ready to start. So watch out, habanero. I know. Did you know you would be the assistant for pendulums this week? And Miss Bush will start it correctly and then try to count it for you. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. 1 swing. Ah! My pendulum fell off. Don't worry, friends. That just happens. That's science. So we cancel and we start it again. I'm starting at table height. I'm going to push the string on more. Here we go. With extra weight, how many swings do we have? What do you think? 15? 8? We shall see. Ready, set, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12. So adding more weight did not change the number of swings. Oh, just missed. Stop. Uh-oh, I started a new timer. Whoops. Okay, I'll better. Adding weight did not change. So there's that first step, and I'm going to pause here, and you can pick up what comes next in the next video. How do I pause? Where did that button go?